Every now and then I can't help but get funky. What is up, YouTube? Sometimes people like to see what happens before the concert starts at the music recording network.
Since you came to our channel,
Since you came,
I'd like to thank you.
hey,
Let us know where you're from.
hey, let me know where y'all from. Put it in the comments below to let me know.
Thanks for coming to our channel to see what we do.
Let us know where you're from.
What a woodpecker.
Thanks for coming to our channel. We do this for you.
That's my woolly woodpecker.
Let us know where you're from.
Please subscribe to our channel and party with us.
Let's party.
Let us know where you're from.
I forgot to turn the keyboards on. We ain't gonna do that one. Next time I'll practice a little bit. Before we get started. Oh man, I can't see nothing with these glasses on. How y'all doing? Every now and then. I gotta turn this off. It's a fold back. I don't think y'all can hear the feedback on this thing. Hold on. Woo, Lord Jesus. Hold on. Oh my God. I tried to act like I wasn't tired that time, y'all. That go out to all the survivors. I don't want y'all to think that 50 months is not a win, y'all. I don't want y'all to think that. I feel it too. I can't believe how much work goes into taking that cotton picking guitar off, sitting down. I swear to you, man, I love it. I love it. I'm old, man. I'm 59 now, man. I'm old. Anytime you standing up with a bass guitar strapped around you and you tired in a mofo, I'm ready to go back upstairs and go to bed. Whoa, Lord Jesus. I wanted to do this, man, because Nancy Grace was calling itty bitty Tootsie Roll and all that stuff. And I want to get her take on Diddy skates hard jail time with slap on the wrist. Hell rejoices. All hell rejoices. It ain't over with, man. Trust me, dog. It's more stuff coming up the pipe. We got another video, man. Y'all might want to pay attention to this because Uncle Mike gonna go off on this one right here, big baby. I said big baby. Oh, shoot. I'm glad I clicked on this, man. Before we get started, man. Okay, the swelling did go down. My peoples in the Philippines is he broke his arm, and I told her to send me the pictures. That's my little niece and everything, and she is furious, and we'll talk about this more at the end. We're gonna do a fundraiser, man. I don't know. It's gonna be a link in the description. And they need to raise. He needs to have an operation that's gonna cost $3,000. Speak of the devil. It's gonna cost $3,000. So we're gonna talk more about that. And I'm praying that all my viewers I never ask for money, and when I do ask for money, it's always for somebody else. So if you can spare $1, $2, all my viewers, I mean, I tell you when to stop, because if every viewer put up $1, I'd be a millionaire. So I'm not trying to go that hard. I say, okay, that's enough, But seriously though, that's one of the things that Uncle Mike is trying to do. We setting that up as we speak. But anyway, let's get into the video, man. And we'll talk about the other video when it's time to talk about the other video. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, baby. Let's check it out.
Guess what? Diddy doesn't like being behind bars. I saw what happened to Cassie. I saw the bruises.
Girl, you better stop that, boy, because Diddy, I think if Diddy gonna go after somebody, he gonna go after her first, allegedly. But nah, if you go after somebody, here's the thing, man. If you do stupid stuff and do bad stuff and people start laughing and talking about you, that comes with the territory. So in other words, if I was to go out here and do something, thinking ain't nobody seeing me, right? Clack out. Nobody saw me. So now I get caught. It was a camera there, and then it's on the whole world, start seeing it, and they laugh. Uncle Mike, you deserve that. That's part of you getting caught. You deserve all this, Diddy. Itty bitty.
Guess what? Diddy doesn't like being behind bars. I saw what happened to Cassie. I saw the bruises. I heard the stories. Draggings, druggings, marathon sex sessions. Hey, Judge, are you listening?
Uh-oh.
I saw it. You saw it. You heard the evidence. You heard the women on the stand, what they recounted had been done to them, the beatings, the bruises, and more. But I guess there was one person that wasn't listening. The judge. That's right. In the last hours, the judge has sentenced Sean Combs to a slap on the wrist. 50, not years, 50 months. MONTHS, 50 months behind bars. After a grueling 8-week trial with women on the stand recounting the worst moments of their lives,
50
showing
months.
photos of their bruises, their cuts,
I feel it too, y'all. And I ain't even a victim. I ain't even know it was that many victims out there. If I'd known there was so many people out there as victims, I would have changed my line of work, man, to help people. It's not a slap on the wrist, man. He's still in jail. And come 3 years down the line, I guarantee you he'll be still in jail. This ain't gonna be no Bill Cosby thing. No way.
bleeding, their infections, you name it. 50 months. Okay, what does that boil down to? 50 months minus 14 months he's already served while awaiting trial. That brings us down to 36 months. Subtract from that, like the feds love to do, for, quote, good behavior behind bars. He is going to walk in about, what would you say, 2 years? Joining me in all-star panel, but first straight out to San Crouppen, joining us. Investigative journalist inside the courtroom for the sentencing. He's been on the case from the very, very beginning. And he is the star of Samson's World on YouTube.
Samson!
What happened? What happened to this judge?
I don't know, Nancy. I mean, like I said, his tone seemed like everybody in the courtroom was like, oh, wow, Diddy is going away for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it's almost as if, like, you know, you're punishing your kid and you're like, I am so angry you did that. And I can't believe you stole my car and you took it out and I'm going to ground you for 1 month, you know, like instead of
no,
years.
one day.
It felt like he was going to lay the hammer down on Diddy. Everybody, the family was literally heads down praying. They thought worst case scenario. But then, like you said, with good behavior, with his free Diddy game program, he's looking like people are saying a year and a half tops that he would serve out of that 50-month sentence.
No, a year and a half? No, I don't see that. I see 2 years even at least. 2 years plus a couple of months. That's what I see. Nah, man. Nah, it's y'all taking off way too much time, man. Y'all taking off way too much time off of that sentence. And if that's the case, they wouldn't even be trying to do an appeal. How long does it take when you file an appeal to get the appeal? Aha. I'll call you back.
50 months, 50.
Right.
The max he's looking at is 36 months because he's getting time off for good, for time served. Straight out to Lynn Shaw joining us. She is the founder and director of Lynn's Warriors, which is a nonprofit dedicated to stopping sex trafficking and abuse of women and girls. Response.
I am so sick and tired of, number one, the justice system not understanding about victims of crimes of abuse, rape, sexual exploitation. I am sick and tired all the time of going to court and seeing this over and over again, victim blaming. I am sick and tired of dirty Diddy. That's exactly what he is. He's a pimp. He's a trafficker. He's a sexual offender. We have seen the pictures. We have heard from the women and some men. And I'm tired of having to explain to vulnerable people, listen, just be a warrior. Listen, just keep speaking your truth. Listen, it's going to get better because it's not getting better. So until we really address this.
Keep speaking your truth. You know what? Why bother? That's what victims and abuse victims are thinking tonight. Why bother? Why go through all the hassle of even calling the police, trying the case, reliving all the pain, being cross-examined like you're nothing but dirt on the stand for a judge to then give a light sentence? Straight out to Troy Slayton, veteran defense attorney, joining us out of the LA jurisdiction. He's been on Diddy's side since day one. I guess you're happy tonight, right?
Nancy, I've never been on the side of Diddy, but what I am on the side of is justice and the rule of law. And what the judge did here was follow the sentencing guidelines. Although he could have been sentenced up to 20 years in a perfect world for you, he was sentenced based on what he was convicted of, which was just the transportation for the purposes of prostitution.
Okay, you can stop right there. You can stop right there because you are contorting the law. That is not the law.
No,
Sam Crouppen joining me outside the courthouse. Sam, just a yes.
I love. She gonna cut him off. She done cut him off. If you don't swing, and this is how the courts work, y'all. If you don't swing in the way they want you to swing, they don't even want to talk to you. Nancy don't even want to talk to the dude. The man telling his side of the story is truth, right? Am I right? Well, he did the best he could to actually get the law. You know what I'm saying? The judge, for real, the judge actually gave Diddy way more time than anybody else has ever had. I can almost say that. I don't know. Everybody else they come with cases 5 months, right? 8 months. The judge gave him 50 months. 50? That's a big dude. He did the best he could. That's the way I look at it. Whoever, for the charges he got, for the charges Diddy got, who got that much time? Go ahead, I'll wait. And Nancy's like, go. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, you speaking for your fans and everybody. I really think that a high 70% of the world think Diddy should have got more time. I think a high percentage. And that's a start. That's a damn good start. The other little 2% of the Diddy lovers, they just mad. They want to go to the next freak off. They hope they invited to the next freak off. I hope they go too. That's crazy,
there.
man.
Convicted of rape.
You can stop right
The judge did here.
Listen to what he says,
I've
man.
never been on the side of Diddy, but what
I've
I
never been
am
on
on
the
the
side-
side of
Is
is
justice.
justice and the rule of law. And what the judge did here was follow the sentencing guidelines. Although
Follow
he could
the
have been
sentencing
sentenced
guidelines.
up to 20 years in a perfect world for you, he was sentenced based on what he was convicted of, which was just the transportation for the purposes of prostitution.
Okay, you can
He
stop right
wasn't
there.
convicted of rape.
You can stop
He
right
wasn't
there because
convicted.
you are contorting the law. That is not the law.
No.
Sam Crouppen
That's-
joining me outside the courthouse. Sam, just a
Now she is. She crying.
yes or no from you,
Cut him
please. Sam, isn't it true that on each count he could have gotten 10 years and run consecutively? That would have been a 20-year sentence.
Yes, you are correct, Nancy. Yes.
So he was looking at 20 years behind bars, but the judge in his wisdom gave him 50 months. Isn't it true that in court the defense was that Diddy, Sean Combs, was actually the victim?
He could have did more than that. I'm sorry, Judge. I was really rooting for you. You could have did a little more than that. 55 at least. God, do 2 5s. 55 at least. Freak. You know he already served a year. 65 months. You could have reached a little higher than that, Judge. I'm sorry, man. It's taking me. I'm trying to be like my man in the. I'm trying to be like him, man. But the hell with that. I would have gave him 100 months, something like that, man. If you want to talk in months, 70 months. Oh my God.
That he had been high for 24 years, and that's why he did the things he did. Voluntary use of drugs or alcohol is not a defense, Sam.
No, it never is, Nancy. And I felt that the
Thank
defense
you.
was using that, saying that because he had been a drug addict for over 25 years, that somehow that made beating women okay. You know, I know a lot of people have done
Exactly.
drugs in their life and they've never raised a hand to a male or a female. So me personally hearing that excuse, the defense using it, I mean, and again, he was doing Molly. Molly's supposed to make you loving and positive and all this stuff anyway. So obviously his violent, traumatic upbringing is what is really to blame for his disgusting behavior towards women.
Damn, man.
Wait, you're acting like you actually believe that. His violent upbringing, he's a multimillionaire. He's living in the lap of luxury, yet he chose to use all of his advantage to hurt other people. And speaking of hurting other people, I want you to listen to what we've learned about the letter Cassie Ventura wrote the judge, which he totally ignored.
Cassie pens an emotional 3-page letter to Judge Subramaniam, recalling that the entire world watched footage of Combs kicking and beating her as she tried to run away from a freak-off. Though defense attorneys called her relationship with Combs a great modern love story, nothing could be further from the truth. It was a horrific decade stained by abuse, violence, forced sex, and degradation, from which she still suffers horrific nightmares and flashbacks that require psychological care.
Cassie Ventura actually moved out of the state of New York out of fear to a location where she's keeping her family and her children. She's not the only one in fear. Listen.
Several of Combs' victims have written to the court urging against leniency for the rap mogul. Cassie and her parents, assistants Mia and Capricorn Clark, stylist Deontay Nash, and personal chef Jordan Atkinson have all implored the judge to consider their safety, the full measure of Combs' harm, and Combs' troubling lack of accountability as he hands down a sentence.
Man,
There was a warm and fuzzy video created by the defense team.
oh my God, man, I'm sick and tired of hearing that video. Hearing about that video, that was whack right there, man. It's almost like Diddy is throwing, and he don't realize he's doing this. He throwing the things that you should do, like being a father, a happy father, cleaning the babies, watching, taking care of your kids and teaching them and having fun and playing with them. every father in the world should be doing that. You don't get rewarded for doing what you're supposed to do. Shoot, if that's the case, when I'm doing the speed limit, I want some money back. When I get a ticket, you got to give money. You pay the fine. Am I right? But if you do the speed limit all this week, you go up to the priest, hey, I did the speed limit all this week. I want some money back. It don't work like that, man. What is wrong with these people? Golly, Diddy. But I'm tell y'all, man, that chef, her letter did something to me, man. It let me know. Because she had to go back to work after Diddy pushed her onto her butt and her elbows. That's what she said in the letter.
That was played in court. You brought up earlier, Sam, that there was nothing like that for any of the victims. What about the video created by Sean Combs' defense team? What was it?
I mean, it felt like I said, like a wedding video or a Nike video or something that you play at a tribute to somebody, a happy Father's Day, a 70th birthday party. But it felt totally inappropriate that they were even allowed to play this. And think about how many of us even have this much footage, this high quality footage shot of us that we could even edit together something like this. And I think you brought up a good point, Nancy. When the cameras are on Mr. Combs, he knows how to put on that good act. But when he didn't know the cameras were on in that Intercontinental Hotel, I think we were seeing a little bit more of the real Sean Combs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? The dichotomy.
That's Craig Mack right there.
Cameras were on in that Intercontinental Hotel. I think we were seeing a little bit more of the
right there. Look, that's Craig Mack and Biggie. They didn't even get along, dog. And Diddy was trying to get them to get along and stuff. And the reason why they didn't get along because they was on the same label, almost competing with each other because of Diddy. Come on, man.
real Sean Combs.
This dude is baloney.
You know what? The dichotomy between what he did to Cassie in that video, then paid about $100,000 to keep it quiet, to suppress it. That was the real Sean Combs. I guess the judge forgot about that. Speaking of the video that Sean Combs' defense team used in court to snow the judge, here's part of it. Watch, if you dare.
This is a heart, because you my heart.
Oh,
all right?
Okay.
You my heart.
Okay.
May God bless you and keep you happy and keep you thinking positive. Everything's not gonna be perfect at this time in life, and you're a good person that understands reality. So we're gonna accentuate the positives in life, cause you're doing great, girl.
Bring me the barf bag. Did you see that? You want to tell me that Sean Combs has spent time with the elderly? Not just the elderly. You know who the little old lady is? That's Kim Porter's. Yes. That's Kim Porter's grandma.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's totally
Lord.
using his dead ex-lover and her children to get his sorry rear end, which is in a sling, out of jail. He is using the grandma.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Nancy, the video was extremely odd.
Rest in peace, Kim Porter. I swear to goodness, baby. I swear to goodness. I found the book, by the way, y'all. It was in this junkie studio somewhere. This joint is junky. If y'all can see under this camera, don't look at my chips and stuff, but check it out, man. I paid $250 for this book for you guys, and I'm letting y'all know everything that's in this book is exact. It's like they took everything off of YouTube and put it into a book, and not even everything. It's not even everything. So this book was a big waste of money, and it was a hot seller. They had to take it off of Amazon. But allegedly, I'll be sure Kim Porter, and we ain't gonna name any more, is all died, passed away of pneumonia. and she was talking about this book. I cannot believe that she was so helped. Gene Deal said she was very, very healthy. She was a very healthy person. And when she passed away, sure, it seemed funny. If I'm sick, my cell phone is always by my bed. Her cell phone wasn't there, her laptop, none of that stuff. You think about it.
It
Saying the grandma.
That's Kim Porter's grandmother, man.
yeah, I mean, like I said, Nancy, the video was extremely odd. It felt so inappropriate inside the courtroom. And again, the magic of editing. I think about that video without any music. It's like when we go to a movie and if you just see the actors with no music, but this video, it pulls at your heartstrings because literally the orchestrated music is making you feel this emotion of a family man, a father, a hard worker. But again, like the judge said, it can't be overshadowed by the video of Cassie Ventura being stomped on, being kicked on, being dragged by her hair. You know, we can see all the cute wedding videos, and editing is amazing. They have some beautiful shots here, but it's not going to get myself or the public, Nancy, to forget what the real crimes committed here were.
I don't believe Sean Combs has ever actually married anybody. Did you say wedding video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the wedding video for the wedding he never had, but it feels like a wedding
It's
video.
a tribute. It's a tribute video.
A tribute
Yeah,
video,
you know what?
right.
And I'm not the church lady.
Oh,
I
my
don't care
God.
who marries who or who doesn't marry anybody. That's not a felony, so I really don't care. But speaking of Cassie Ventura, to Sydney Sumner joining us, Crime Stories investigative reporter, give me a little reality check about what was done to Cassie Ventura.
Cassie was exploited, used, and put in a box. She had essentially no career because Sean Combs promised to give her one.
See,
and
there
then
you go.
made her have sex with him
There
for
you go.
days on end.
For
and
years.
other escorts, giving her UTIs, infections, sores, bruises, and even cut her face just before a movie premiere. Sean Combs brutally attacked Cassie on a regular basis behind closed doors in public. Prince's own security had to pull Combs off of Cassie at a house party. Everyone knew it was an open secret that Sean Combs was abusing Cassie Ventura for more than a decade, and no one did anything.
I got it on my spirit and my heart, man. I know for a fact Cassie done seen one of Uncle Mike's videos. And if she watching right now, you are a beautiful person. You are beautiful inside and out. I can almost feel, I know they got to. They got to be watching. Let me see what the newscasters are saying about me. I would be curious. Well, let me see what the public's saying. This guy's a reactor. Let me see what this, and they start scrolling. It got to come up on their feed. It got to come up on their feed. What y'all think, man? Think about it. If you scroll, she don't do no Facebook. She don't do no Instagram. She don't do no YouTube. She not human. She trying to get back to humanization. Is that a word? She trying to get back to humanization. I gotta be a word. I gotta look that one up. If you do humanization things, if you do human type things, then you will actually be human. Instead of being with whatever Diddy and them was doing. God dang, man. Here we go.
Everyone knew it was
Look at this girl. Oh my gosh, she is. Oh my goodness. Hey honey, how you doing? Oh my God. Go to sleep.
an open secret
My
that
boo-boo.
Sean Combs was abusing Cassie Ventura for more than a decade, and no one did anything. Cassie threatened suicide at least 3 times during their relationship. Deontay Nash, her stylist, hid her in a hotel room, but his efforts were dashed. When Combs' employee showed up to bring Cassie back to him, she threatened to go over the balcony. That's how afraid Cassie was of Sean Combs. This was a waking nightmare for her for nearly 10 years.
To Troy Slayton, a defense attorney joining us out of LA, who seems to stand by the judge's decision, the limp-wristed judge who sentenced Combs to just 50 months, now 36 months behind bars. Troy, this is a yes-no answer. You know what a UTI is, a urinary tract infection. Do you know what that is? Okay, so Cassie Ventura had so many urinary tract infections, mouth infections, ulcers
She's not
all
on-
over her body.
Diddy's not on trial for that.
Regular antibiotics, and this is because of all the freak offs.
Nancy, the stuff you're talking about, Diddy was not on trial for all this stuff. All this stuff is true. Ain't nobody debating this crap you talking about. But this don't have nothing to do with the court case that he was tried for. It's a damn shame it is. This man right here is going strictly by the law, and he's sitting there like, and I'm proud of him. I'm glad he holding this ground, because Nancy is for the public and the views. And so people looking at this like a soap opera saying, Nancy, right, I don't like that guy in the blue. And he like taking it like, yo, man, this is court proceedings, dog. The judge gave him the most time that anybody ever has gotten. I mean, it's high. The numbers he talking about, it's not even on the sheet. 50. The last I seen on the sheet was 47. And I don't know how long the sheet is because it just stopped. And that's the high numbers. This is 47. And come on, man. I think the judge did the best he could. So let's go.
Acts she was forced to perform by Combs.
We know all this.
On video at freak-offs that she didn't want to do. And yes, I know the jury did not come back guilty on sex trafficking. But no one ever cross-examined her or impugned her credibility on those issues. So the judge ignored everything that was done to Cassie Ventura. Everything. It didn't amount to a hill of beans to him. UTIs, ulcers.
Nancy, when a jury doesn't convict somebody, that means not that they're innocent, but that they're not guilty of those things. If even one juror determines that, then it's a hung jury. But in this case, they found him not guilty. All 12 jurors agreed that the government failed to meet their burden. But also what you're not talking about here.
That's not what I asked you.
The judge also imposed another part of the sentence.
Not what I asked you.
The judge sentenced him to a fine of $500,000.
Boo, don't nobody care about the money. Everybody want to act like they care about the money. Diddy got $400 million. Here, man, here go the fine, and here go I double it for a tip. That don't mean nothing. He would have paid everybody fine in the jail so he can get out. He went out. You got the money. Money can buy you everything, right? But it can't get you out of that 50 months.
$500,000.
He's already made that 2 times over from behind bars, renting out his private jet, man. Get with it.
Get with it.
You
That's
know,
facts.
Nancy.
That means nothing to him.
Facts.
Despite all the parade of horribles that you and all your guests have outlined.
Why are you calling it a parade of horribles? It was the evidence. I didn't bring it on. The victims brought it on.
Nancy,
they testified.
Even the pre-sentence report that doesn't favor the prosecution, that doesn't favor the defendants, came in at about 6 years. So the judge just downward deviated slightly from that, imposing.
And you're answering that question. You're giving an answer because you don't like the answer to the question I asked you. Bethany Marshall, let me ask you. Do you remember all the UTIs and the busted lips and the video of her getting dragged up and down the hall of Sean Combs and nothing but a towel? He didn't care what anybody thought. The beatings, the stomach ulcers, the mouth ulcers, the urinary tract infections. What, the judge forgot about all that? It just happened a few weeks ago.
You know what happened in court today, Nancy, is there was a parallel process between how P. Diddy treated his victims and how the court treated the victims. What you have are materialistic, educated, older, powerful people who do not think that the victims deserve anything. Brutality was sanctioned today. Just like during wars and other things like that, where there's brutality, and then all of a sudden it's rationalized or dissociated from as if brutality is okay. Nancy, the one thing you missed off the list is he actually smashed her head against, was it a bed or a table, and busted her lip wide open. He tried to stop her career. He gave her things. He took them away. I mean, maybe what if we just use the word assault, blackmail, and kidnapping with the victim hiding in plain sight? Does that make it easier for people to digest the reality?
Well,
of
here's
what
what's
happened?
also confounding. Sam Crouppen joining us, star of Samson's World on YouTube. At the very beginning, I had faith that there would be a substantial sentence because the judge said, hey, I get to take into account everything I know about you, even the charges, the claims in the charges on which you were acquitted.
Right. That's what
But
scared me.
he didn't. He didn't do that. Sam, I want you to see in that video the way Combs used his own children.
Today, now I'm a full-time dad, and I'm gonna be there for you through everything, all of y'all. Every Sunday, I gotta slow everything down and do the family ritual, get the family together, make sure the girls watching church.
There is a definition of
What? A full-time dad? No. He was all over the world practically every week
Right.
doing
No freak offs on Sunday. At least not until after church, not until after 4 o'clock. Oh my God.
freak offs for 2 or 3 days. Even the night he got arrested
Yeah.
and he knew he was surrendering himself, he was having a freak off in a 5-star hotel in
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, I mean, Nancy, I think this is kind of illustrates almost the problem with social media. You know, we see people, they're able to act like a good parent because you might see an Instagram post or a video of them being a good dad. But to me, the mark of a good father or mother is, are you in that child's life every single day? You know, this wedding video we saw, it's a beautiful
That's
montage of his moments. I wish somebody could create a video like me to show how great of a father I am like this. But the facts remain. If you want to be a good parent, it's about every single day showing up. It's not about showing up in a video that is nicely put together with high production and great producers and editors. If you're going to be, you have
I
to
don't
show up
know.
if you're going to be a parent.
I do not know what happened to this judge, but I do know this. Women all over the world are crushed at this sentence. Hey, guys, I'm hearing in my ear, joining me right now is Dr. Dwayne Hendricks, the former warden at MDC. He is the founder of the New Daylight Foundation, and he's the author of See It, Say It, Seize It. Dr. Hendricks, thank you for being with us. Tell me about Sean Combs' first night back at the MDC tonight. I understand he's having spaghetti and meatballs, salad, and green beans. But guess what, Dr. Hendricks? Diddy doesn't like spaghetti. He's still upset. He wanted to walk free. He even had a speaking engagement set up for Monday in Miami. So tonight he's like, I don't want spaghetti.
Oh
It's
my
going to
God.
be very lonely, and I can tell you he did not receive a standing ovation when he got back. And when he gets back to the jail, I'm not sure if he's back at the facility at this time right now, but I can tell you when he does get back, it's going to be a cold meal. No matter how warm it is, it's going to taste cold to him, and he's not going to have a standing ovation.
Damn.
He just needs to. I think the euphoria of, not having those other charges go against him, the racketeering and possibly having a life sentence. But his next plane ride, like we discussed in previous shows, his next plane ride is going to be on a Con Air flight with Martin Chains and a black box. And it's not going to be on a private jet heading to Miami this weekend to prepare for this teaching engagement for on Monday in Miami. So it's going to be lonely, and it's going to be cold. It's going to be a cold night, but hopefully his family will, as he say, he's a family man. So hopefully his family will be visiting with him this weekend and preparing him mentally for what's coming next, which is a 3-year sentence at a federal prison somewhere close to where he's going to release. And I want to clear something up. I keep hearing something about it. He'll be home in a year and a half. I used to do sentence calculations for a number of years. He is going to serve at least 28 more months in prison. So
now, I keep telling y'all, these wannabe, just because you went through the system and you was in jail, and this is how it worked for you. That don't mean it's going to work for Diddy. One person say he going to be out first of the year, or he be out by January, or whatever month he said. This man is going to do at least 2 more years. At least 2 more years, and then the Fed's going to come with more charges. The civil cases and all that stuff going to help out with the Feds coming up with more charges. I'm ready for at least one civil case to start.
If he gets his 54 days a good time, he'll get that, and he may spend about 3 to 4 months on home confinement as long as he behaves while he's at his next facility. But he will not be coming home in a year and a half.
Hendricks,
He'll be coming home.
You want me
in
to
24
be
months.
happy about 28 months? Why do you even say 28 months? We all know that is 2 years and 4 months. I'm supposed to be happy about that? You know how many victims I've represented? How many ag assault victims I've represented that have been beaten by pimps like Sean Combs? Dang. More than I can even remember.
She right, man. No matter what, she right. It's wrong, it's not fair, but that's the law. It's wrong, it's not fair, but that's the law. And getting off on good behavior, I don't think you should get off on good behavior. No getting off on good behavior. We want to encourage you to behave well by putting you in the cell all by yourself with a bed and a toilet. Come out once a week for a shower. You don't like that? Let's try every other week for a shower. Or you don't like that either? Let's try once a month for a shower. This is jail you in. This is Uncle Mike's jail. Should have thought about it. I would market and promote it all over the world. If you come to my jail, you don't get a shower every day. You get a shower once a week. And who want to complain? You can come in here and take a shower every other week.
And it messes them up the rest of their lives. They are never the same. If they're lucky enough to have a family after that, they raise their children in a way that makes them raise their children in a way. It never ends. That is what Combs did to these women and many, many more.
She's right, because look at the 2 kids that's been under his care. They got cases on them. So the cycle is she right. It's a cycle. Why the kids got S charges and Greg go to court to try to defend themselves, saying that they done did something, putting your hands on a female. God,
and raise their children in a way. It never ends.
Never ends.
That is what Combs did to these women and many, many more. They're lined up filing civil lawsuits with real evidence. Maybe they'll get a judge that actually listens to the evidence, unlike this judge. And another thing, Crouppen, if you're still with me, isn't it true Sean Combs had a speaking engagement set up for Monday? He was that arrogant to think he was walking today. Isn't it true? He had a speaking engagement, or as you keep saying, a teaching engagement, whatever, Monday in Miami.
I mean, look, it's a teaching engagement, Nancy, there's a big difference between a speaking engagement and a teaching engagement. He was going to go to Miami, go to One Star Island, maybe, pop a little bubbly and go to a teaching
Tootsie Roll. To the left. That's my right. To the right. That's my left. Tootsie Roll. To the left. She threw the damn Tootsie Roll. Oh my gosh, he done threw the.
Got him! Got him!
Oh my God!
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa, my gosh, he threw that
To
joint.
think he was walking
Oh my
today.
gosh, she threw that
Isn't
joint.
it true?
Oh
He had
my
a speaking
God.
engagement, or as you keep saying, a teaching engagement, whatever, Monday in Miami.
I mean, look, it's a teaching engagement, Nancy, not a. There's a big difference between a speaking engagement and a teaching engagement. He was going to go to Miami, go to One Star Island, maybe, pop a little bubbly and go to a teaching engagement. What's
I
the
don't
problem
care
with that?
what it is, Crouppen. The point is, Hendricks, can you hear me? Dr. Hendricks, you're the
Yes,
warden,
I
the
can hear
former
you.
warden.
Oh my
He
God.
was so convinced he had this judge wrapped around his little finger that he was going to walk today. So I guess tonight he is over a 36-month sentence. To him, that's probably like life behind bars.
It is, and it's his arrogance just continue to go on and on and on. But now I think reality is going to set in, especially in about a month. They shouldn't tell him. They're not supposed to tell him where he's going. But he'll be moving. I'm sure they're going to be moving him out of Brooklyn within the next 30 to 45 days to his designated facility. And if he doesn't get the point, I guarantee you, when he is shackled and put on that plane for several hours until he gets to where he's going, the reality is going to set in that all this euphoria from coming down off those other charges, not being convicted, he's going to realize that he is now a convicted felon. So there won't be any speaking and teaching engagements, I'm sorry, anytime soon. And I'll tell you this, he's been teaching these entrepreneurship classes. But the true test is going to be,
Would you please stop
is
talking
he
about
going
that? The classes he's, quote, teaching behind bars are called It's All About Me, Diddy. Enough of...
Oh my God. No, wait a minute. Nancy, you right on this one. Give Nancy a point. Look, I don't care if he going down there to do people fingernail polishing. I don't care what he doing. That's what Nancy's saying. You mean to tell me you are making arrangements to do something as if to say, I know I'm getting out on time served. That's the point. Who cares if it's a teaching engagement, a speaking engagement, cake cutting engagement, car polish engagement? Don't nobody care what it is. We don't care what it is. The fact of the matter is, you scheduling stuff like you going to get out of jail. Come on, dog. That's
the true test is going to be.
Would you please stop talking about that? The classes he's, quote, teaching behind bars are called It's All About Me, Diddy. Enough about me. What do you think about me? I mean, I don't want to hear about what he's teaching behind bars. He beat these women. He was convicted on 2 counts of the Mann Act. Each one has a 10-year sentence. He could have gotten 10 on each to run consecutively. That's 20 years. Instead, he will walk, most likely, in less than 36 months. 36 months max. That's what happened in court. That is what happened in the court that tried Sean Combs. Tonight, women all over the country, victims, beating victims, sex trafficking victims, have taken it on the chin again. Thanks, Judge. You had it all right here. You could have sent a message to abusers and rapists.
Worldwide.
But you didn't. You talk the talk, Judge. Oh, yes, you did. And for a moment, I believed you, but you did not walk the walk. You probably don't want to hear it, but I'm telling you the truth, Judge. You failed. You are the weak link in the judicial system.
Amen to that.
You. And you had the power, just like Combs had all the power, all the advantage, and he squandered it on a life of victimizing women. I want to thank all of our guests for being with us tonight. But
man, dude, I would have hit that Bama with a hammer. I would have put the hammer down. I would have came. You know how that thing you supposed to, that gavel you hit? I would have came with a sludge hammer and hit that mother. 8 years, whack out. And I don't care how much appealing, I did my part. That's what the judge should have did. You right, Nancy, you right. I'm trying my best to look at this like, well, he did the best he could and all that.
Bullshit.
Man, yeah, I'm switching back and forth like a mother. I'm switching. I'm trying to be politically right, but my spirit and my soul is saying, come on, Judge, what the heck was you thinking? You forgot how he was looking at the jury all crooked, trying to tamper with the jury. You forgot about the phone calls he did. You forgot about the guns. But this man was living mafia. He was living mafia, bruh. Oh my God, man. This ain't how I thought the day was gonna go, man. Hey, man. Oh my God, man. You right. I wasn't a victim. I would love in my comment section to listen to real victims that was abused and thought there was no way out, or took them a little while to get out of this abusive relationship. And Cassie did it for 10 years. The cook did it and came back. Blackmailed you. Look at how you doing, Wanda? Diddy blackmailed Wanda and told her she had to leave New York. What kind of power are we talking about? Some of these people that think they all that, and he wouldn't have did me like that. Shoot, I would have did this. You don't understand the type of power that these people have. You don't understand it. You think you understand it, but you don't understand the power that some of these people have. We would never be able to understand it. So imagine the abusers that's listening, that's been through something. Imagine all the ones that's not just listening to me, but listening to all these stuff and been paying attention, saying, "See, we might as well go back and hide, man. They still bull jiving over there. They had us fooled for a whole year. They looking. They got our attention. Oh, hell no. Nope. Nuh-uh. I think the dude should have got life, to be honest, man. I think they should have got him on the RICO. Guilty on all 5. He got guilty 5 counts. And I've been up there. Guilty on all 8 counts. You know, and it was only 5. Yeah, that too. plus this is 5. I got 8 of my own, and plus the 5 that you in court for. Man, now what? You trying to think? You think I can't count? I know what I'm doing. Anyway, man, I pray for everybody, man. And no matter what, man, let's keep hope alive. I think more stuff is coming. Silver cases, more stuff is coming, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.